Can you hear me? Okay, maybe I don't care. Oh, I can hear myself. Sorry. Yeah. So sorry I missed the stream yesterday. I'm gonna just play some random games and react to videos. Yeah, that's basically it. Happy and Jesus, goodbye.
You a very important video that I think tons of you will care about. Adam Jackson, the lead class designer for Diablo 4, had a fascinating
What the fuck is this?
tweet today.
Let's see
He
it.
said, wanted to clear up some details about the rarest uniques in Diablo
It's a
4.
bait.
1, they drop from level 85 plus enemies.
Oh,
Okay.
You can get them anywhere.
so that means that you can.
Okay, 85 enemies, but on my Necro and Mage, I'm farming 40 plus Nightmare since like 1 week. I guess I got the unique ring on the Necro, but yeah.
Kill a mob and you can be like level 81 and you can get it. Like theoretically, because if you look at this, it says requires level 65.
That you can get a normal unique, and they'll always drop at item power 820. That's
Okay.
very, very significant.
Okay.
There's currently 6 in the game, and they're really rare.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk about, let's talk about each of these things individually. Let's start with they can drop from 85 plus enemies. I guess before we talk about that, let's look at what he's actually talking about. There's very specific uniques that he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Doombringer and Grandfather. Ring of the Starless
Each
Sky.
consecutive core cast reduces cost next core skill maximum 40%. Oh, that's pretty good. Holy shit. And Dario's Visage, 19% chance to trigger a Poison Nova. Does poison. That one's not. Bro, imagine you get this one. This one sucks.
And
it's
Andario's
cool.
Visage. Or Visage.
Yeah, shit was way better in Diablo 3. It has lifesteal? Wait, what? Nuh-uh. What the fuck? It does? Holy, that's the best item in the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, that's
Holy shit. I didn't even see that. Wow, what the fuck?
For Visage.
Broken Quest, yeah, there it is. And then Melted Heart of Selig. Plus 30% maximum resource. Wait, so you lose resource instead of health? What the fuck?
Harlequin Crest, aka
What? That's
Shackle,
good magic? What?
and Melted Heart
Wait.
of
Oh
Selig.
my god.
Now,
Yeah. Okay.
to my knowledge,
Can I see the tweet? I would like to have sent me.
take
Yeah.
as many streamers as you want,
Mm,
or
okay.
YouTubers.
Uh-huh.
Myself, Woody, Rob, Datmods,
What about me?
Barbarian, Al Kaiser,
What about me?
Quinn, any of them.
Oh, you even
Take them
put
all.
Quinn in there.
I
Okay.
don't know
But that's
any
one.
of us that
Funny.
has any of these.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and I didn't go to 100, but I have 2 characters. I've been farming like monsters that are level 100 and more for like 1 week. I didn't get any of these, so.
So when they say that they're really rare,
They are really
they're
rare.
real.
Yeah, more rare than like an Exalted or a Divine now in Exile. Oh. So yeah. That's really
Really, really rare.
Which
Most
I
of us
think
have
is
just
dumb.
been, blasting unhealthy amounts of hours.
Yes.
If they can drop from level 85 plus enemies,
Mhm.
that means there's a couple ways to get them. You can obviously get them in World Tier 4. In World Tier 4,
Right.
the monsters by default start at level 73. And then as you level up, the monsters level up with you all the way to 95. Where they
Mhm.
stop, the exception is Helltide. Helltide always takes your level and adds 2.
Really? I didn't
so,
know that.
if you're level 100 and all the monsters are 95 in the open world,
It's going to be
you go to
102.
Helltide, they're going to be 102.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's math.
Doesn't matter, because if it's 85 plus, you should be able to get it. And uniques can drop pretty much anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, but 85 is like Nightmare Dungeon level 25, something like this. So it's not hard content. You can easily farm this. But it depends what they mean by when they say really rare. Right?
One thing that I think is critical for finding uniques, the best way that I know to find uniques by far is by doing Nightmare Dungeon.
Yeah.
The reason why
You have
Nightmare
one at
Dungeons
the
are
end.
inherently slower than regular dungeons or doing Helltide or open
Sure.
world farming because you have to run to them. So why in the world would they drop more uniques?
Well, you get more ancestral items. Like, I think you get better loot out of Nightmare Dungeons per dungeon.
The reason why is there's a reward at the end. For example, I'm playing my druid right now,
I see what he's saying.
and I'm level 85.
Nice.
I have found 4 Tempest Roars. Now, that's going to really piss off a lot of people by saying that.
Yeah.
But out of the 4
That's like one
Tempest
of the rare
Roars that
druid
I
ones.
found, I got 3 of them from a Nightmare Dungeon reward.
Yeah.
At the end, you know, the little
Mhm.
pop-up that says, reward, here's some gold.
Yeah, that's how I got my minion damage ring. 2 on my Necros, the unique one. I think it's like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 to get a unique for your class. In Nightmare, I don't know, I'm farming 40, maybe 30 plus. 40 now, but yeah, I think it's 1 in 4 and 1 in 5 to have a unique at the end reward.
Gold, and here's an item. 75% of the time that I found that very rare, important item, it was just a gift at the end of a Nightmare Dungeon. Now, it doesn't specifically say whether you can get it as a reward from a Nightmare Dungeon, but when you plug a high enough tier, remember the default level, I believe the default level's 54, so if you plugged at least a 31 or higher Nightmare Dungeon key, not only are the monsters 85 plus,
Right.
but actually at the top, it has the zone has a number. It'll say like level 87 or something.
Yeah.
I would assume, it doesn't say so in this blog, but I'm going to make an assumption that you can get it from the reward. And if that's true, then that makes Nightmare Dungeons at 31 plus by far the best way to not only get these uniques, but any unique you would need for your class, like the Tempest Roar for Druids.
I
There's
usually
currently
just run them anyway.
6 of them in
Yeah.
the game. They're referring to those specific 6. And
Do I want this?
the last part about there being really rare, people ask me my opinion all the time. Nobody has a Shaco. Nobody has a Grandfather. Nobody has a Doombringer. Rax, how do
Somebody does have a Doombringer. Don the Crown showed it on his stream. And there is word that some Korean guy got a Shaco.
you feel about it? I would
Okay.
much rather that Blizzard make them way too rare than everybody has one.
I don't agree with this.
So-
So they say Diablo 4 is a game for casual player, right? That's what they say. That's what they say, how they design the game, right? But if Kriparian was 2 level 100, for example, can get one, the casual player will never have one. Like, I've been playing Path of Exile since the launch. That's more than 10 years, right? I never got a mirror. Never. I guess the rarest thing I got was a Headhunter and the +2 Frenzy Ring. But yeah. I never got a mirror. So, and I played a lot of Path of Exile, not at the casual at all, right? So if Diablo 4 is really a game for casual players, they should increase the loot rate. But that's just my opinion, right? But, yeah.
So far, we know of, there's been about 400 million hours played in Diablo 4. Now, of those 400 million,
That's a
how many
lot.
of those 400 million have been played above level 85? A very, very small percentage of them. Let's say, I don't know, 10 million hours
Sure.
out of the 400 have been in 85 plus. That's probably already too high. It's probably more like 5 million. But let's just say it's 10 million. Well, so far, out of everyone in the world, we know of 2 confirmed Shaco drops. 2 Shacos.
now? Oh,
and
wow.
we know of 0 grandfathers. Let's just take Shaco, for example. So out of 10 million, that means it takes, on average, 5 million hours played at 85 plus to drop a Shaco.
Nice.
That's fucking ridiculous.
So maybe the rarity is a bit overshot here. I mean, I don't
It's
know
way too rare.
anybody who has one. Like one person in like Korea and one person in like Russia has one. That's it.
So that's 570 years, right? So if you play for 570 years, you statistically will have one Shaco.
So
That's nice.
but again, I stand by what I said. I'd rather them make it way too rare than everybody has one.
Sure. Yeah,
It's
I would agree
something
with
that
that.
they can play with. But that's how you get them. 85 plus, anywhere goes. I think the best way is with Nightmare Dungeons, especially if you can get it as their unique reward. There's 6 of them in the game. You can also use this logic to farm things like Tempest Roar. I found 4 of them as an 85 druid. I find pretty much 1 a day. You can hopefully use that to help you when you're farming as well. Remember, there's a gigantic 13-page patch coming before Season 1. It's going to change like everything about the game, about balance and stuff.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what to say. Guess I'll say them.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get nerfed again. I can just fucking feel it.
What did I do? Why do I have 2 mana?
I will cover it in full. And remember, I'm playing all 5
Barb will
classes.
be like, yeah, Barb will
My
be like
barb
10
is
of the
100.
pages.
My rogue is 100.
I don't
My
want this
druid is
shit.
85. My sorcerer is 44. And my necro is 21. But I'm going to get them all to 100, and then I'm going hardcore. So when the patch comes out, I'm going to have a good feeling for all classes, and I'll let you know where everything's going to shake up. By the way, I had necros last in the tier list, but their bone spear build is just completely out of control.
It's disgusting.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not last. Anyway, that's it for this video. What do you guys think? Are you going to find these? Are you going to be the first one to find a Shaco in the United States?
No, you're not. You're not. You're not gonna get it. 5 million hours? Are you fucking kidding me?
So I'm gonna trust my luck, and after this game, I'm gonna connect to my Necro to the Nightmare Dungeon, and I will get a Shaco.
Well, let's say he overshot it. It's only 1 million hours. Oh! Oh, well, that's fine then. Guys, the drop rate on these things is fucking garbage. I think it would be fine if the drop rate on these was... If the game was a consistent game that had no seasons and you could trade...
Imagine it was 10 times. It's still 100,000 hours. And that's actually 500 because it said 1.5 million. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, right?
The drop rate would be fine because it would just be like literally winning the lottery or something like that. Like one of them would drop every like 6 months.
I think I'm okay with it because they are not build defining items, so you can play a lot of build without them. But still, that's kind of stupid. I can get the battle cry. Why? It's supposed to have 2, but no. Battle cries that give blue gem plus 1 life.
But this is a seasonal game. What are the odds that somebody is going to get any of these inside of the season? Fucking zero. Absolutely fucking zero. Like, you probably have a better chance of winning the lottery than getting one of these items. It's insane. What is the point of having them in the game if nobody can ever expect to even get one of them if they play the game for 10 years? And you can't trade them, you can't do anything. You don't need a Shaco or a Doombringer. It's good, but you can do everything in the game without it. Well, then why not give it to them anyway, then? What's the problem? Okay, then, so yeah, if you could do everything...
That was my argument, but yeah. I guess, on one way, I like the concept of item like this, right? If, for example, if I decide to play PoE this league or the next league, and I get a mirror, I'm gonna be crazy. Because I've been playing for 10 years, right? I never got one. So if I get one, that's it. Like, the satisfaction will be incredible. Like, incomparable to almost any game I could play. Because, yeah. So, if that's their logic, I guess it's fine on the long term. But, yeah. Why not, right? But
the game. Well, then what's the problem? It's fun. Yeah, it's fucking fun. You get a really cool item. I want it to be extremely rare. I want it to be extremely rare too. But can we agree that extremely rare and 1 out of every 5 million hours, these are two different things? These are different. These are several measures of degree more rare than a Path of Exile mirror. And you can trade mirrors, and you can use the little fucking... You can get mirrors in like 3 different ways in the game. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. Even a mirror is more common than Shaco? Yes, and Shaco is the most common one. Mr. Llama took 20 years to get a unique drop in Diablo 2, so it's not unprecedented. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Tyrael's Might, and he has his girlfriend there, or his wife, or something like that, watching him. Yeah, I watched that video. Could you trade Tyrael's Might? Yes, you can. Okay, so it's completely different then. Look, I think that they should just increase the drop rate for this kind of shit to a higher percentage in World Tier 5 whenever they add it. Like, that's what I think they should do. I don't think that they need to make them drop like every other unique. I think that you can have a tier of uniques that is much more rare, but it should not be anywhere near how rare they are now. It's weird that they're this rare.
I don't know. If you design your game for the long term, having a secret item like this is cool, right? Especially if they are secret. But if the devs are, these items are in the game and they are really rare, they give the loot condition. Why would you do that? You broke your own game by saying that. I know people like to understand game and read and watch build guides before playing. But fuck, if you don't know it's in the game and if you play for 100 hours and you loot an item that nobody has and you didn't even know you could loot it, that's nice, right? So, yeah, I don't know why the devs are confirming this. Like, it's stupid. And it should be like 2 or 3 items like this, not, I don't know, 8, 10, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm not against it, right? But if they do this, if they choose to do this, the item you can, the very rare item, not be more fun to play, a lot more fun to play than the classic unique you can easily get, because they are so rare. The satisfaction should be uniquely in the fact that you got it. Like, it's enough. So yeah. I can get it, man. It's crazy. Anyway, sorry.
Nobody in 400 million played hours has received even one of these items? With the grandfather and I think Andariel's visage? This is nuts. Who cares? I mean, can't you just say that both ways? Like, if who cares? Okay, then make it more common. If nobody cares, yeah, it's just it's like stupid design. Doesn't sound.
I don't agree it's a stupid design. I think you can have some stuff like this in your game. Like, I think if there is a co-level in D4, I think it's very nice that nobody has found it yet. Because when some people are going to find it, the first one is going to be like an event itself in the game, just finding it. So I think that kind of stuff is cool, but not if you tell your players, like, I don't know, yeah. And it should be a very limited amount of items, and then you should be able to play the game without them, right? So I don't know. Do I win this? Yeah. Cool. I don't know, because the 1-1 are going to fuck me up. Yeah. I think I win still. Yeah. Well, unless I'm really unlucky, but yeah, like this. Fuck me. Okay. Can I get the 3 cost? Yes, man. Hmm. I'm so annoyed by this. I'm staying on 4 because the chance to get this minion are lower, so I need to get triples to get 1 3, but with all my roll staying on 4, I didn't get, I don't know, the 3-5 that give Prison Nail to the gems. You get this for free 2 on 4, so yeah.
Accurate, only hours are countered against 85 plus enemies, and it also is 0% anyway. Oh no, I know that. I know that. I'm taking that into account. Yeah. How many uniques should drop before you get one of these 6? I don't know, like 10? Like 10, 15, 20, something like that. I think that'd be pretty fair. Listen, I would say 100 to 200. No, I don't think so. I think it's too much. I would agree with you if the game had trading. If the game had trading...
Well, yeah, I don't like the idea to trade them because I'm an SSF player, right? But if they just added the SSF mod in D4 like a flag, like Crip said, I would be okay with it. Okay, that's fine. Don't really care about this. Yeah, I think I win this. But I'm missing a life on my units.
I would 100% agree with you. But in a game with no trading, you have to design, like, because it's not fun to just, am I crazy? Like, it's not fun to just farm Nightmare Dungeons endlessly and play a slot machine to maybe get a cool item. I think that sucks. I do. I think it's fucking garbage. So I want to be able to actually, like, either target farm these items or trade them. I think that's very reasonable. That's what killed Diablo 3 for me. I stopped playing Diablo 3 whenever they got rid of trading. And this is before I was a streamer, before you bring that up. Playing seasons and Diablo 2, certain items were drop gated, super rare until time progressed. That's how Stone of Jordan's worked. That's stupid. They shouldn't do that again. I really dislike the lack of trading in this game. Well, at least they have some trading. I have 26 uniques and no temerity or gores. Yeah, you need to have a way to target farm things.
This is
like,
crazy.
if you have 26 uniques, at what point does somebody just quit the game because they can't get the item they want, and there's no way to get it except for just mindlessly being
Yeah, that's because we know they exist. That's the stupid part. If you know they exist, you want them. So if they are really rare, yeah, that's stupid. So, if it was my game, right? What I would do, I would do a very rare, unique pool of like pool unique with unique mechanics that have a unique transmog, and I would change the pool every season, right? Let's say you have a pool of 20, and you put 4 in the pool each season, but nobody know what's in the pool, right? And yeah, something like this, right? If you get one, you get one. If you don't, it's no big deal because you don't need it for your build, right? But maybe the apparent skin is unique or stuff like this.
Head against a wall. That's not fun. I don't know. I think that sucks. That's why I stopped playing Diablo 3. They got rid of trading and they removed the correlation between my effort and reward, and they just put it all up to luck.
Yeah, I'm missing
and
life
that's
to
not
win
what
this.
I was into. I think Rax brings up some very good points in this video. I'm going to link you guys the video. You guys can watch it yourselves or give it a like. Make sure to do it. Already had Druid friends quit over the loot bug that they fixed yesterday. Well, yeah, of course they would quit over it. Why the fuck would you not quit over it? It's awful. Now, if it was me, what would I do? I would make Uber Lilith have a 10% chance to drop one of these weapons.
No, the 10% is stupid. Like 10% is no. 10% is bad. Did they remove this minion from the game? I did all my roll, all of them. Dude, this is stupid. I didn't, if I turn brown, I need to give him some. Okay. It's crazy I didn't find one, right?
Only if you're.
I don't remember the name of the card, but the one that give all the
have a big
champions.
enough dick to kill Uber Lilith, you deserve these items once a week. That sounds stupid. Why would you? Why would it be once a week? 1%, 10%'s way too much. It's 10% share.
Yeah, I'm losing.
So it's
you.
a 10% chance for a 1 in 6. I don't know why players are so they're like fucking just salivating to have their time wasted. What the fuck? Why? This is somebody that's level 100. They put hundreds of hours into the game. They beat the hardest boss in the game, and they can't get the good gear. You're gonna put another fucking hurdle for them to jump over? Just let them get the fucking loot. Give it a break. They beat the game.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That I don't agree with this take from Asmon, but okay. I have no idea what this is. But...
Vigland, yeah. Let's do Emma Vigeland. Let's do the Emma Vigeland clip. Does anyone have that? A real mid-off? Oh yeah, they're having a mid-off, dude. Emma Vigeland, friend of the show, co-host of Majority Report, went on the Tim Pool the Tim Pool broadcast to debate. And apparently she did a great job. We're not going to watch the whole thing. Maybe there are some clips on Twitter that we can look at. Let's look at this one, for example. Let's see what happened. Because Tim Pool got like real mad at certain points. I think he gets like very upset when you make fun of his music.
So this is the time I'm going to read my Shaco.
Is what I found out.
I said it sounds like a psyop to have this profile appear one day after the shooting, where it's got like a bunch of screenshots on it or something?
Sure.
It really does sound to me like someone told you to say things and you don't know what you're referencing.
I'm not shocked that that is the only way that you're going to try to react to this.
To react to what? Okay, no, this is fairly obvious. So I'm willing to bet Sam was like, hey, ask him about this and say these exact things.
No, I came up with,
come up with original thoughts. Come on.
It is my original thought.
So no, it isn't. It's some guy posts a screenshot of one episode of a show he's not subscribed to, and you think that's an attack vector for something political, but it's a personal snipe that has no
So they say Bob level H5, right?
Has no bearing on any of the arguments we've made the entire show.
I disagree.
Yeah, so you disagree with what? With what? Elaborate.
I disagree that it has no bearing on what you've said throughout your entire show.
Like what? What did I say?
This is
what,
come on. The claim that you made.
Let's hear it.
I believe that your program appeals to a right-wing audience, and there's a reason that the neo-Nazi shooter watched your program.
And how do you know he watched the program?
Because he posted about it.
What did he post?
Tim.
What did he post?
He posted parts of an interview that you did.
No, he didn't. You're wrong.
He had 4 screenshots on his phone from
He did. He posted it. Didn't he post about like, was it Pearly Things or was it Nick Fuentes? Did he have Nick Fuentes on his? I think it was like, what was it? I don't even remember now, but he definitely did do that. He definitely had it on a playlist too. That was absolutely something that he did. I'm pretty sure it was the Nick Fuentes interview that he had.
Don't even know what you're talking about, and all you can do is laugh and say,
no, it's because you get specific to obscure
some
the fact.
guy
You
posted one thing one time, and that's the only argument you have.
Did you go to the time codes that were in that episode? Because I did. I ran this down, and one of them was a clip of Elijah Schaefer, and like weirdly for this like neo-Nazi Hispanic shooter, he like it's Elijah saying that we shouldn't be
He had a
emphasizing
swastika
race
tattoo.
specifically. No, he's a neo-Nazi Hispanic shooter.
Right, but
Monster,
he called it a
I
false
think
flag and then
six, yeah.
corrected himself the next day and then said he thought it was funny after a mass shooting.
So I can loot the
I
Chaco,
think
right?
that
I mean, someone
He looks so mad. What?
Is
This
it?
is what the shooter posted. Oh yeah, it is clips. Timcast IRL, Putin drops the dollar, just pearly things. Oh, I was mistaken. The Nick Fuentes just pearly things screenshot is separate. He posted clips from the Timcast IRL on Elijah Schaefer. Tim mentioned you. Oh God.
This dungeon sucks. No
And
hits.
it's mostly water under the bridge, but he made some comment about me backing out or something, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and then I messaged him. I was like, "Are you kidding, dude? Like, we're gonna pay for everything." And then he was just like, "No, I'm not doing it. Are you
Well,
crazy?"
then just do it like, I mean, I'm sure he'd be down to come down soon and you guys could act.
I am not going to Tim Pool's broadcast, okay? He can come on mine or we can do it on Zoom. That's what I would like to do. Unless he's talking about, is he talking about Sam? Oh, this segment is about Sam Cedar.
Actually,
Well,
hash
the
it
issue
out.
has expanded more than that. I mean, so at the same time, there was Hassan Piker, who also responded to my tweet, and he said, "I'd love to come." And I said, "When can you come?" And he said, "Let's figure out a date." And so I DM'd him, and he said, "I got to be honest, I'm actually concerned about COVID." And I said, "Totally get it. No worries, man. Thanks for reaching out." And that was the end of it. Sam, however, used it on like a video and then started tweeting about it because it was drumming up a whole bunch of clicks and views. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, when we were originally supposed to do it, I was like, bro, why would I fly in the middle of COVID when my mom is like living with me all the way to like wherever you are? But I still don't want to fly to wherever he is. I don't know where he is, but I don't want to fly there. I don't want to like, if I have an alternative method of being able to debate someone, I would rather do that. Like, I don't want to be on a show. I can't stream it myself. I'm just basically like at that point,
Giving viewers.
offering my audience over. Like, I'll have him on mine.
Okay, dude, I get it. Interacting with this guy is just going to create drama that he uses to get clicks.
Seems Emma Vigeland made Timcast very upset today on his show, and he took the occasion to once again claim that I accepted an invite to be on his show and then backed out to cause drama. I'm attaching a screen recording of our DMs to clear the air. I can have Lydia arrange everything for you. Show is 8 p.m. live studio DC area. We can fly you out and get you to a motel nearby. Yeah, he sent something similar to me too, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm not trying to do that. We can hang out for 2 hours, talk about current events. I can do a group chat to connect you if you want, or just send me your email. I can't fly down to DC. I do a daily 3-hour show. You don't do any remotes. We set the show back up in January for in-person. We don't have a way to connect everyone to a Skype call or to display it. We've rejected some centrist and right-wing people for the same thing, so I take no issue if it can't be done. We can try to find a time when you're free to travel. But I get it. It's one of the challenges of getting guests. You and Hassan host your own content, so it's probably harder for you, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. COVID hasn't affected your bringing people into the studio? No, no one. We actually stopped guests for a while over it. Rogan never did. Then we started up in the past month or so again. Trump never did either. I guess you roll the dice and hope you don't pull a 7. Maybe if I have a day off. I don't know why you suddenly took offense to the above reply. Care to elaborate? You agreed to an in-studio interview for publicity. You lied. I had absolutely no idea you only did in-studio interviews and had no idea you weren't in New Jersey anymore. That last one we did was on Skype. You just wanted to rile up your followers. The tweet said in studio, and we cover travel. You dragged me to rile up your followers, then pretend to be serious, then claimed you were busy, then claimed it was COVID. You're full of shit. I didn't see any travel tweet, dude. How in the world would I have accepted tonight as a date if I thought I had to travel from upstate New York starting at 3 p.m. after my show and get back here by 8:30 to prep for tomorrow's show? That makes no sense. Bullshit. You did a segment pulling clips from my studio show. I don't know why Tim doesn't realize that, like, in a world where, like, Skype and Zoom exists and that Sam Cedar actually had done a Zoom conversation with Tim, that like Sam Cedar, a grown-ass man with children, was actually like trying to create like a little bit of drama this way and is being dishonest here. I don't get that. I actually don't. I legitimately don't understand how you can like claim that that is what's going
Where
on
the
here.
fuck is the door?
Because like
I hate
to
this
me,
engine.
I look at this and I think, no, he just like literally didn't have time. He just and was genuinely confused. But Tim seems legitimately upset. Bullshit. You just segment pulling clips from my studio. Not to mention if I had a regular pre-record after my regular show, as far as I remember, it wasn't an interview because you do one interview in studio. You possibly assume that you do them in studio. The entire channel you pulled from is a live studio show. You have like 10 channels, no offense, but I don't follow. I don't even know if they know. My producer pulled clips. I don't even know if they know. Tim also got mad because Sam makes fun of Dave Rubin. I mean, defending Dave Rubin is a grave offense. You're lying. You directly criticize my opinion. So either you lie in your show or you're lying now. Yes, I directly criticize your opinions. That's why I'm interested in having a conversation with you. See, this is like kind of funny because it's like I think a lot of people think that like, oh, my interlocutors know every minutia about my life. And I get it. It's because, you know, we're narcissists, like content creators, I mean. So you just expect people to like know everything about your life when they talk about you. But in reality, like most people are too busy with their own shit, right?
Anyway,
So
no damage.
I don't think Sam is lying right now. Like, I don't know the intricacies. I don't know. Like, it's like Dr. Disrespect's wife's anniversary. You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to know, right? Like, what? I don't care. I don't know. Why would I know that?
I can see shit. I can see cadavers.
We do
I gotta go
shows
grab
on
the-
Timcast IRL at 8 or so p.m. We'll often have people come in who are
Hold on.
either disagree with us on certain issues,
I gotta be back.
and or that's primarily it. When they do, the show transforms from topical news into political and cultural debate. And so we decided we need to make a specific show that just handles those conversations and expands upon them so that we can actually get to the core of what people think, feel, why they want certain policies and why they don't. And a topical news show doesn't really work for that. So Friday mornings, you know, here's what we're going to do. And we were posting this at 1 p.m. Before, but now we'll probably end up doing it live just because. So without further ado, without wasting any of your time, we've got two awesome guests. Sean, do you want to introduce yourself first?
Oh, I'm Sean Fitzgerald. I do YouTube at The Actual Justice Warrior. I cover primarily criminal justice related issues, and I'm happy to be here for your maiden live voyage of the Culture
Absolutely.
War.
And Emma, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Emma Vigeland. I'm the co-host of the Majority Report. Thanks so much, Tim, for having me on. I know that it was a little dicey with you and Sam in terms of him coming on, but I'm happy that you had me on. Honestly.
Absolutely, I'm glad you came.
Yeah,
You know.
and it's. I just want to clear this up because I know that you didn't want to have Sam on because you called him a grifter, right?
Yeah.
And part of the reason that you called him that is because you said that we put your song through a filter on our show, and I just want you to know, I was hosting that day. We don't have the technology to do that, so I did not do that. So there you go.
Yeah, it was
clearing
like
that up for you.
the song. So that specific issue was the song we put out, played on your show, had like the mids ripped out of it.
We don't have the technological ability to do that. We're just a bunch of leftists with like a soundboard. I promise you, nothing was intentional.
You
on
don't
that
have
front.
Audacity? It's free.
Well, no, the issue here is
I
likely
don't really
that
know. I don't know anything about.
if you
audio
don't
tech.
have proper ingestion, then like the audio is going through a TV or something, it's going to sound really bad.
Right.
So if we were to like play music on the TV and then put the mics up to it, everything would be ripped out from it. And then if we were to say, listen how bad this sounds, it's misleading the average person
Right,
into
well,
thinking that
yeah.
that's what the song sounds like. When it
But
doesn't.
I played that, and look, I mean, we're here to have a great discussion. I think, but it's interesting that even though I played it, that was your justification for calling Sam a grifter.
Oh, it's not though. The issue with
Okay.
Sam was that I put out a tweet where I said we try to invite people on the left all the time. They always say no. And then Sam tweeted challenge accepted or something to that effect, like I'll come on. And I was like, oh, this is great because Sam was actually the first person to ever shout me out ever in my career,
Yeah.
praising me. And so I said,
Oh, no d'accord. Said no. Anyway,
we will cover travel and accommodation. We'll fly you out. We'll take care of everything.
Audio now, nerds. That's how y'all sound, chatters that are so focused on us on sound. Thank you. Thank you for addressing this. Hey, chat, when you're behaving like an audio pervert, this is what you look like. This is what you sound like. You're making the audio sound bad.
Let me know what day works for you. And he said something like the 13th. And I was like, this is fantastic. And then he DM'd me and was like, I'm not coming on your show. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it was because of COVID restrictions. I've seen the DMs. I told him he
Yeah,
should put it
sure.
on. I've told him he should put it on Twitter, but he's too good of a guy.
Well-
Maybe
well, no,
he
I
will,
published
just to
all the
clarify.
DMs.
Yeah.
Because then what he did was he then it's mostly water under the bridge, but he made some comment about me
70
backing
minutes?
out or something, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, and then I messaged him. I was like, are you kidding, dude? Like, we're gonna pay for everything. And then he was just like, no, I'm not doing it. Are you
Well,
crazy?
then just do it like, I'm sure he'd be down to come down soon, and you guys could actually
Well,
hash
the
it
issue
out.
has expanded.
There are no more audio files because your audio is so much echo. They have had enough. I hope you are happy. They were very important. I am devastated to find out that the very important chatters in the community have been lost. They're gone.
I don't know if you can
They're
do
outta
this in
here.
20 minutes, but I'm gonna
You know,
try.
I'm a
More
person
than that.
from TYT.
I mean,
of
so at the
course.
same time, there was Hassan Piker, who also responded to my tweet. And he said, I'd love to come. And I said, when can you come? And he said, let's figure out a date. And so I DM'd him, and he said, I got to be honest, I'm actually concerned about COVID. And I said, totally get it. No worries, man. Thanks for reaching out. And that was the end of it. Sam, however, used it on like a video and then started tweeting about it because it was drumming up a whole bunch of clicks and views. And I'm like, okay, dude, I get it. Interacting with this guy is just going to create drama that he uses to get clicks. I mean, the dude's got like 170 videos about Dave Rubin.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
cover that. I mean, I think
Cover.
part of what we do is we try to respond to some of the right-wing ecosystem on the internet because there's a vacuum truly left. You guys have a lot more money than the left-wing media space. We just try to combat it a little bit.
I think the issue with that, I can understand why you'd say that, but it looks like this is a great way to kick off the show, actually, like the start of the culture war. I actually don't think whatever this space has more money because this is a fractured independent space of varying ideologies.
Tim, I'm in your compound right now.
Yeah, I'm rich. What does
I
that,
live
what
in
does
a
that mean?
one-bedroom. I mean, how did you get rich?
I started a website, took memberships, sold ads on videos.
Yeah, but the reason that you get ads and that we don't is because you more adequately serve capitalism and we challenge it.
We get our ads pulled. What do you mean? There's whole organizations dedicated to getting all of our ads removed.
Right, but the proof is in the pudding and where I'm sitting right now.
So
I'm more of a lefty, right? But what you said is true, right? Cancel culture. Fucking stupid. Yeah.
But this is memberships. This
Okay.
is almost entirely because people pay to become members of our websites. You know, if the majority report, you guys have been around a lot longer than I have.
Mm-hmm.
The inability to provide a product to a customer does not mean that one political faction has more or is granted more because of capitalism or anything like that. Like if Sam is unable to, I mean, Sam's had way more subscribers than me for a long, long time.
Right.
And he just like and I'm not saying this to be like mean. I'm saying if he doesn't know how to turn revenue, the issue is more so you need like a COO or somebody who's going to say, here's how we provide something to a market that generates revenue so we can expand our business. So we're better at that here, I suppose, is the
It's
easy
so
way.
annoying.
No,
My
because
minion
what
does
you
not
say
sing here.
here is more attractive to investors and advertisers. I mean, we're basically
no
only
investors.
members, and okay, well, other right-wing media like the Daily Wire.
My
and stuff
minion
like
does
that,
nothing.
and even
Look at
what-
this.
I'm looking at a Rumble. What I don't know, what do you call that logo right there?
Now everything with
Yeah,
us.
I mean that's a David Sachs. That's a venture capital backed venture, I believe. At the very least, Peter Thiel is involved and invested.
Okay,
where
now-
there's no
now
equivalent
my
on the left.
Why
Order
would you
is
be able
here.
to get
Hold on.
advertisers if like David Pacman and the Young Turks have advertisers? Your content's not like too
We do have
dissimilar.
advertisers. We just have, advertisers that are a little bit more within our system of values. And we're trying to combat corporate greed. We don't have a ton of advertisers that I think align with leftist, or we have advertisers that we try to include in terms of like leftist values
With
as
my
well.
ass fucking
But
stupid.
just by the nature of left versus right, it's asymmetrical warfare.
But you guys are
but honestly,
you
Sam
just
should
said
just
you're-
put,
but
You're
put those
passing on
DMs out there.
advertisers that don't align with your values, so
Yeah.
like you have
But we do the
those
same
options.
thing. We do literally the same. We have like 4 advertisers. We have
Right.
like 4.
Right. Okay.
So our website has no advertisers, and it's almost entirely membership funded.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look,
everything here is because people give us $10 a month.
we're really trying to cover politics on our program, and I think that that's what is like our central focus. I mean,
Why
you
make
talk
a
about,
video about me and music?
Well, I mean, it was a little fun because it was kind of funny. But I mean, Sam comes from a comedy background as well. I would say that I think you misrepresent what our show actually does. The first hour, the free hour of our program before we go to the membership portion, is one that we literally have experts on Social Security, on international politics. It's not, honestly, something that is conducive to, it's dry. It's not conducive necessarily to a ton of capital investment of advertisers. And we're
Right, so
trying to make a
have-
difference in the world.
We don't have investment or
Sure.
we have like 4 advertisers. Actually, we have 0 advertisers, and we got rid of them all. So
Okay.
we ended all of our advertisers. To be fair, on the podcast version of things, I think we have like 6. On the YouTube side of things, we've actually gotten rid of all advertisements. So now it's just like whatever YouTube does, they do.
Right.
And then we're starting our own companies. The reason we started our own coffee company, it's because I'm not going to say the name of this person, but there are organizations that lie in order to get our ads pulled. And so that's happened to us. One example is that there's, well, I won't get into too much of it, but there's a group that has argued that I have claimed that Donald Trump won in 2020, and they've used that to raise tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
I never said Donald Trump won in 2020. In fact, since Joe Biden got inaugurated, I said Trump lost, and these people need to accept it.
Right. Well, you said there might be a race war. There was that.
When did I say that?
I'm not sure, but you also said that
I don't think that's a true thing, actually.
the 10-year-old who got an abortion, who was raped, you call that a hoax. Have you retracted that statement?
So there's very deep context to that. What we're talking about when
But
I
that's
say
been
hoax.
proven. I mean,
Right,
charged.
right, but
the rapist has been charged,
Right,
and
right.
the doctor who provided the abortion.
Wait, there's deep context to that. I would love to hear what the deep context is. Emma, don't cut him off. I want to know what his deep context is for claiming that a 10-year-old that got raped was a hoax. Is the deep context that he found out that it was like, what was it? It was the parent, and also was it potentially an undocumented immigrant, if I remember correctly? So then it was like, well, then I changed my narrative because I can do propaganda differently.
Abortion fine.
So this is a really good example of the problem in the culture war, I would say. See, you don't know what I actually said, because I didn't say what you're describing.
You did. I just watched it last night.
Right, and so what I said was the fact that they politicized this to win a political point is the hoax, not that the child was abused.
How does that constitute a hoax, Tim?
So, like, let's say there's what's a good example of this? Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud Arbery is a really great example, right? So,
So he just like doesn't understand.
It's possible
What hoax
that
mean?
the little girl would not have been able to get the services she needed because there's no way she could handle this pregnancy. It's sad that the life of the baby will be terminated, but probably would be considered to be not viable anyway.
So they had of these
Now look,
barricades, bullshit.
There's a middle ground here, and I think Daily Mail hits on it.
There's a middle ground in this conversation about a 10-year-old rape victim getting an abortion.
There's no guarantee she would have gotten the services, but hold on there a minute. Why didn't the left report the rape? Why didn't they go in Ohio to abortion services, Planned Parenthood? Why didn't they say, we want a medical exception for this, and make it a pressing public policy issue that they would have won on? I think the issue is, the reason it played out the way it did, the reason it was not reported, is that the left would have lost.
I can do the
I
second
will
chance
say this.
actually, but
This one's not
Crazy.
a clear-cut hoax in the sense that someone made up a fake story. It's a hoax in the manufacture of the story to a certain degree. It is possible. The little girl would have went to the hospital and they would have said no.
Attends, avant de parler. Déjà, je stream, donc dis pas n'importe quoi. Et ensuite, je crois que je tombe dans le bug.
Elle dit babou bou bou.
Le mec est con. Attends, j'arrive pas à te mettre sur mon casque. Périphérique de sortie. Casque. Parle?
Allô?
Ouais, nickel. Ça part?
Ça va et toi?
Ouais, tranquille. Il y a un peu plus rien à faire dans le jeu. Hein.
Bah ouais, je crois que j'ai pas trop play, mais... J'avoue que là, je sais pas trop quoi faire, quoi.
Il ton nerf,
Prendre
apparemment,
des...
t'as vu? Il y a un bug avec
Ouais,
ton
mais
build.
ils ont pas fait exprès, ils ont revert, là.
Ah, ça y est, c'est normal.
Ouais. Mais ouais, à part reroll, je vois pas trop quoi faire, quoi.
Moi, j'ai reroll en HC.
Ah ouais? J'avoue, ça pourrait être fun. Moi, j'ai trop de déco, là, je viens de me faire déco à l'instant.
Ouais, si t'as des déco, je pense que c'est mort. Par contre. Parce que si tu déco dans le jeu, c'est mort parce que tu restes dans le jeu pendant 3 minutes après un timeout.
Bah ouais.
T'as butcher sur toi, et quoi. Mais j'allais dire. Ouais, c'est fun HC, franchement. Tu prends plus ton temps. Il y a des côtés
Ouais.
fun, quoi. Je fais un sorcerer, mais un build différent. C'est ultra tanky, sorcerer, en vrai. Des barrières toutes les 2 secondes, ça c'est cool.
Ouais. Et t'as test à cette époque alors ou pas?
J'ai créé un perso que j'ai pas joué. C'est la flemme. J'ai pas joué encore, mais ça a l'air fun, ouais. Ça a l'air vachement fun.
Je pense que c'est pas mal.
Faudrait que je m'y mette, ouais. Il y a un truc dans les items, mais je sais pas, ça me fait bugger. Et, des fois, je dois lire 4 fois un item avant de savoir si je le vends ou je le baisse.
Ouais.
Je sais pas, ça me fait bugger PoE. Alors, une seconde, je vois si l'item il est bien ou pas, tu vois. Et
Ouais.
dans défense, je sais pas, c'est l'affichage, il y a un truc qui me perturbe. C'est ça que tu need?
Hein?
Ça t'enchante là que tu cherchais?
Là, tu m'as rien link.
Si, ça que. Je t'ai link un truc.
Non?
Mais si,
Non, je vois pas moi.
tu vois que je te parle là?
Non.
Ouvre ton chat.
Ouais, j'ai ouvert là, je vois rien. Mais t'as eu mon message tout à l'heure?
Et je parle dans Diablo, hein.
Ouais? Mais moi, je t'ai envoyé un message. Genre, tu l'as eu? Genre là?
Non. Ah si, il est là.
Ah.
Mais toi,
Bah,
tu
je sais
vois
pas, moi
pas.
j'ai pas le tien.
Whispers. Ah là?
Ah là, oui.
Ok. Donc c'était ça là. Tu sais, tu me disais que tu cherchais des trucs avec Unstoppable, c'était ça ou pas?
Euh... Ouais, c'est ça, ouais.
Pas te le
Mais
donne.
j'ai eu... Mes boots, elles sont quasiment bis, quoi. C'est juste l'implicite qui est pas ouf.
Ouais.
Mais sinon, elles sont ouf.
Je crois que je peux pas te le donner de toute façon, même si je voulais. Parce que moi je vais le DOS, mais.
Du coup, tu fais quoi, là, toi?
Là, j'ai fait la L-Tide vite fait. Mais c'est fini là.
Ouais, je suis en train...
Il reste
Ouais,
8 minutes.
j'ai 4 minutes pour faire 20 cristaux, là, ça devrait le faire.
Ouais, ça va, moi je l'ai fait en moins de 10 minutes. Le chest. Avec les events, c'est facile. Euh, Mais sinon, je sais pas, comme ils ont confirmé sur Twitter que tu pouvais avoir les ultra rares uniques sur les mobs 85+, bah, j'ai fait quelques nightmares pour voir si tester ma chance dans les jeux, tu sais. Je suis assez
Ouais.
chanceux. Mais j'ai pas eu de Chaco. Donc, ni de grande phasa.
Chaco, c'est lequel, déjà?
Chaco, c'est le placement qui fait plus 1000 HP, 1 milliard d'armor. Enfin, c'est ultra tanky, quoi. Et après, t'as Grand Phaser, t'as And-
Kaum.
t'as Andriel Helm. Ça fait une Poison Nova, mais ça te donne aussi 25% de lifesteal.
Ah, c'est comme dans, comme dans Diablo 3, quoi.
Ouais. Mais bon, c'est OP,
Mais
25% de
peut-être que
lifesteal.
ça...
Sur un build que genre sur ton build,
Ouais,
c'est
c'est
full
ça.
HP à chaque coup, quoi.
Ouais, j'avoue.
C'est genre, c'est ultra OP, quand même. Je me
Ouais, il
tentais
est OP,
à
ce truc.
tester un autre perso, sinon, genre Barbe ou quoi, mais le truc, c'est qu'il va y avoir la saison 1 dans un mois, quoi.
Ouais, c'est ce que je me dis aussi, c'est pour ça que je fais...
Euh, sais pas, tu sais, j'ai vu leur podcast de dev, j'ai regardé les 3 heures.
Ah ouais? Moi j'ai regardé le podcast de Zizarian là, avec Creep.
Ah, écrit Plasmon, ouais.
Ouais.
Ouais, c'était cool. Euh, Mais franchement, les devs, ils ont l'air un peu déconnectés, quoi. Enfin, genre, sur le truc des renoms, tu vois, de pas les refarm, tout le monde a dit, ah ben c'est bon, ils ont pris en compte, mais pas vraiment, tu dois refarm les renoms, quoi. Tu t'es juste pas à refaire les altars, mais tu vas devoir faire 1 milliard de quêtes à la con, quoi.
Ouais.
Et ouais, t'auras la mount, et t'auras ta moon, t'auras ton... Comment on dit? Elles sont pas dégueu,
Style
ces
de
boots.
décoration, les gars.
Manque d'intellect, tu dis. Et t'auras pas le brouillard sur la map, tu sais?
Ouais.
Mais bon, j'ai calculé, ça fait que tu seras, basiquement... Si t'as tout fait, moi j'ai tout fait là. Si t'as tout fait, tu seras au palier 2, au start.
Euh,
Donc tu seras au... Tu sais, le reward potion, quand tu fais map avec, tu fais W,
Ouais.
tu seras au palier 2, quoi.
Ouais, c'est pas ouf.
Donc c'est pas ouf, hein. Ça veut dire que tu dois refaire tous les donjons. Moi j'ai enfin fini ma completion, là j'ai tous les aspects du jeu. 100%. Je fais tous les donjons.
Ouais.
Et bah je l'aurais plus, ça. Je suis à faire tous les donjons
Ouais, j'ai une monture.
juste pour la completion.
Ça a
Ça,
l'air stylé.
ça sert à rien. Si mon premier perso HC, tu sais par quoi il a été tué?
Non.
The Butcher.
Ouais, pas de chance.
Il faut quitter en fait. Si t'as The Butcher et que t'as pas un but
Mais
fini,
mais tu peux quitter?
tu la livres le dungeon quoi.
Comment tu peux quitter?
Tu fuis quoi.
Oui.
Faut pas essayer de le fight quoi. Moi j'ai essayé. Je me suis pas atomisé, j'étais level 11.
Ouais.
Euh... Ouais. Avec ma mage, je l'ai pas eu encore, j'ai de la chance. Mais je pense que je pourrais le tuer à la manche là, parce qu'elle est
Merde.
30, elle est level 30 et quelques. Donc, Et pareil, tu vois. Ça aussi, en HC, je dois refaire toutes mes renoms si je veux jouer en HC. Toutes.
Ouais.
Les altars, tout. C'est pareil. Ça m'a un peu démotivé, quoi. J'ai pas mes Paragon Points, j'ai pas mes... Tu vois.
Ouais, j'avoue.
C'est un peu relou, quoi. Ah, tu veux faire un truc, là? J'ai pas beaucoup de temps, parce qu'il y a des dias qui vont arriver dans pas longtemps, mais... Si je veux faire un donjon, quoi.
Ouais, on peut avoir un petit donjon, ouais. Putain, j'ai un anneau qui est assez ouf, mais...
Il y a des trucs qui te font rip, toi? Dans les affixes des donjons?
Non. Enfin, à part les ressources machin, là, c'est horrible, ce truc.
J'ai pas ça. C'est où? Je l'ai dans un groupe, putain. Oh! Ça aussi, l'UI dans ce jeu, c'est genre... C'est bon. Et ouais, tu vois, je me tâtais à level jusqu'à 100. Et après, j'ai regardé la courbe d'XP, tu sais.
Ouais, c'est 85, c'est 2000 levels, apparemment.
Ouais, c'est ça. Pour faire 0 à 85, c'est... Pour faire 85 à 100, c'est 2 fois le temps que t'as passé.
Ouais,
jusqu'à-
c'est vénère.
C'est vénère, et surtout, mon personnage... Le seul truc que je pourrais faire que je peux pas faire là, c'est bah, tuer Lily, quoi. C'est le
Ouais.
seul truc. Parce que la seule raison pour laquelle je peux pas tuer Lily, c'est à cause de la différence de level. Parce que mon armor sert à rien, tu vois ce que je veux dire? Du coup, je me fais OS partout, quoi. Parce que comme elle est level 100, c'est comme si j'avais genre moins de 80% d'armor ou une connerie comme ça. Et vu que c'est ma seule, enfin, c'est ma seule défense totale, l'armure. En gros, c'est perso. Du coup, ouais, je sais pas. Monter jusqu'à ça, juste pour pouvoir taper Lily, ça me saoule, quoi. Mais ça, c'est un peu mal fait aussi, tu vois. Je pense pas que la différence de level devrait être aussi... Genre, ça devrait pas nullifier complètement ton armure, quoi. Ou tes damage. Tu vois,
Attends, parce que là, le problème, c'est en... Fuck.
en PoE, tu peux faire Cyrus level 75, quoi. T'es pas obligé d'être level 100, quoi.
Attends 2 secondes, parce que j'ai une poule qui est dans le poulailler, là, qui est enfermée.
Quoi?
Euh... J'ai une nouvelle poule là, mais je l'ai enfermée dans le poulailler pour qu'elle s'habitue, mais le problème c'est qu'il fait hyper chaud, donc je vais juste checker pour voir si c'est pas un four. Attends, j'arrive.
Ok, fais pas cuire tes poules, quoi. In 3 point, I get 200 flat armor. Nice. Mm. I don't know if this is worth it, but because it's a lot of bargain points. Compared to this, for example. I don't even know if this net works. Bargain tree seems good. One sec. Voilà. Alors comment va la poule?
Ouais, c'est enfui, j'ai la flemme de courir après.
Courir après une poule, ouais. En plus, c'est trop relou les poules pour ça.
Non, mais en plus, elle vole quoi, c'est genre un pilon, je te jure, elle a volé sur 400 mètres.
Oui.
Donc franchement, elle a volé au moins sur 50 mètres.
Ok, 50 mètres, ça me paraît énorme.
Non, mais
Pourquoi?
je te jure, c'est un truc de ouf. J'ai jamais vu une poule voler comme ça.
C'est genre, les poules chez ma mère, elles volent un peu, mais.
Bah ouais, non,
C'est
mais là,
une
je l'ai
poule.
pas.
C'est quoi comme
Plus
race?
petite.
T'es en train de mourir? Non.
Non,
Ah, j'ai vu ta barre de vie drop à 0.
une poule, genre une rousse, mais elle est assez belle, une poule rousse. Et mais elle est directement avec les autres poules, donc j'imagine qu'elle va les suivre.
Moi, j'ai pas la place pour mettre des poules chez moi, sinon j'en aurais, je pense. Ça, et une
Bah,
ruche. Une ruche aussi, mais je sais pas si j'ai le droit avec ma ville de mettre une ruche.
bon,
Ah, les gens ils aiment pas trop les abeilles. Hein.
ouais. Attends, faut pas une pause
Ah,
celui-là.
ils font trop mal les banlings. Ah, mais c'est ouf les HP
c'est
des
combien
mobs.
là?
Je sais pas, ils sont 96 les mobs.
Ah merde.
C'est ouf comment ça. La vie qu'ils ont quand on est deux quand même. Les gens ils disent que le jeu en groupe c'est shit et tout, mais en solo je reste tout quoi, je reste pas du tout. Ça c'est peut-être dû au modifier du dungeon, je sais pas.
Ah bah, si c'est Reduce Fire et que tu fais que du Fire.
Je fais du physical et du shadow moi.
Ouais.
60% poison damage. Pas de poison.
Il y a toujours l'event, hein.
Pas l'event. Ah ouais,
Bah, l'event du machin.
pas l'extend event. Moi quand j'ai un shrine qui est cool, non y a pas d'event. Si?
Si, là où je suis, là, c'est un event shrine.
C'est où? Ah ouais. Parce qu'il y avait un autre shrine après en fait. Ah donc eux il faut que tu les OS parce que ça nullifie mon damage.
Mais ça, je comprends pas ce truc suppressor. J'ai jamais compris ce que ça faisait.
Faut juste être dans le truc quoi. Et comme t'es un barde, tu fais forcément
Ah ouais.
j'imagine. Mais moi tous mes casters, là tu sais c'est mes petits minions qui castent. euh, euh, ils restent bien à l'extérieur du cercle. Ils sont débiles. Donc là on a une chance de looter les 6 ultra rares légendaires là. Uniques. Que les mobs sont 96. C'est 85.
Ouais.
C'est à peu près 5 millions. En fait, statistiquement, t'en as un tous les 5 millions d'heures à peu près. Donc,
5 millions d'heures.
ouais, il y a un mec qui a fait les maths. Donc,
Ah ouais.
j'ai eu un ancestral chest armor unique. Ouh! Est-ce que c'est un chaco? Oui. C'est dit, je l'ai jamais vu. Bien sûr, j'ai eu le minimum roll comme moi, d'habitude, comme d'habitude. Ah non, mais là, le minimum roll, c'était bien pour celui-là. Ouais, c'est pas du tout pour mon build, mais. Ah, au moment où je disais ça, ça aurait été clip highlight sur tous les streams du monde, quoi.
Ouais, j'avoue.
Mais ouais, donc, ouais, en moyenne, c'est un tous les 5 millions d'heures, ce qui fait un tous les 570 ans à peu près. Vu que des chacos dans le monde, là, il y en a que 2 qui ont été confirmés loot. Donc,
Ouais, c'est peut-être un petit peu sévère comme table.
ouais,
Ah, je suis fait one shot, what the fuck.
il y a un milliard de bannings qui fait ça, hein. Moi, je prends des dégâts avec mon invincibilité, donc ça pique. Ils sont quand même beaucoup plus tanky les mobs, quoi. Tu veux que je te... Ah non, t'es reste. Ah.
Je suis full.
Mais ouais. Après, moi, je suis pas contre qu'il y ait des items ultra rares dans le jeu, tu vois. Genre, comme je disais, j'ai jamais eu de miroir dans PoE en jouant genre 10 ans. Mais si un jour j'en ai un, ça va être genre le meilleur moment de ma vie dans un jeu vidéo, quoi.
Ouais.
Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Mais la différence, c'est que PoE, un mirror, c'est pas build defining, quoi. C'est juste de la currency, que tu peux avoir l'équivalent d'un mirror en currency. Enfin, non, tu vois ce que je veux dire.
Ouais.
Alors que là, il y a des builds que tu peux pas avoir accès sans ces items-là, quoi. Ce qui est pour moi quand même une grosse différence. Je peux pas rentrer. Ah, ça y est. Au passage, j'hésite à respect parce que j'ai vu un mec qui a fait un build Bone Spear. Il crit à 280 millions sur l'élite.
Ouais.
Et c'est pas un bug, quoi. C'est juste OP le build. Et même les devs, ils ont dit sur les forums, on voulait que Necro soit celui qui ait le plus de damage en single target. Parce qu'en contrepartie de ça, ils ont aucun mouvement de skill, quoi. Et ça prend du temps à build up, en gros, leur damage. Parce que c'est pas... Le mec, il fait pas 250 millions en instant, tu vois. Il doit build une curse, il doit build une deuxième curse, il doit se buff en faisant péter des cadavres. Donc ça prend genre 10 secondes, tu vois. Mais ça a l'air ultra puissant, quoi. Je ferais peut-être ce build, du coup, en saison 1. J'aime bien Necro, c'est assez flexible. Tu peux jouer basiquement comme un mage ou comme un summoner. Ah, en plus, à 2, je crois qu'on a un bonus Magic Find, non?
Ouais.
Ça marche. J'ai l'impression de faire plus de ancestral que spell. Là, tu vas voir, c'est vénère l'XP des glyphes que ça donne à un seul level.
T'es combien là?
42.
Ah ouais. Moi j'ai fait 50, je crois.
Ouais, j'ai fait. Plus gros que j'ai fait, c'est 59. J'ai essayé 60, je me suis fait, ouais, 3 fois. Ouais, 4 fois, quoi. Là, c'est les
D'ailleurs,
mobs. Les mobs.
j'ai fait un butcher aussi, c'était chaud. J'ai dû le
Ah,
kiter pas mal, quoi.
moi, Butcher, il est débile avec mon build. Il focus mes minions, il one-shot, je le raise, il refocus le minion, et je peux faire ça à l'infini.
Ouais.
Je sais pas pourquoi, parce que mes minions ont pas taunt. C'est pas possible de donner taunt avec les squelettes. Et c'est le seul mob qui agit comme ça. Il y a aucun
Ah ouais.
des autres mobs qui focus mes minions, quoi. Ah, le golem, oui, parce qu'il taunt. Mais les petits squelettes de merde, là, non. Du coup, je comprends pas trop pourquoi. Enfin, je comprends pas.
Faut faire quoi là?
Ah, nice, j'ai gagné un Paragon Point, putain. En vrai, ça va, hein, l'XP pour le moment. Genre, j'ai fait une bulle en 30 minutes, là.
Ils ont fait un petit patch pour les Nightmare Dungeon qui ne donnent 2 XP ou pas du tout?
Pas encore, je crois. Pas l'impression. Sur Reddit, il y a le top des Nightmare Dungeon à farm si tu veux de l'XP en plus. Il y a genre 5 ans. Ça donne pas mal d'XP apparemment.
Putain, mais je suis méga full là.
Tu ramasses les sacrés, c'est ça?
Non, mais j'essaie de ramasser. Non, c'est les sigils là où je suis full, les popos.
Ah ouais, moi je laisse tout. J'ai fini la map. Je suis nul. Je vais up cette glyphe, hein, boum, level 16.
Level 9.
Ouf. Elle est pas dégueu, hein. Ouais, elle est
J'ai
pas dégueu
l'impression
si je.
d'avoir mon interaction avec ma poule là,
Pas dégueu si je reroll
va être
le,
traumatisée quoi.
le ultimate damage. Parce que le roll sur vulnerable et close il est high. Le roll sur shadow damage il est high.
Ouais, c'est pas mal. Ouais, mais c'est 20%. Ah, mais tu t'en fous du truc.
Ouais, et le ultimate skill je le reroll.
Ouais, ouais, c'est pas mal.
Ça me dit que je gagne, sans l'enchant, sans rien, ça me dit que je gagne 300 de damage.
Putain, c'est pas mal ça aussi. faut un petit vulnérabilité là-dessus et c'est pas mal. 807 system power.
Franchement, la test, c'est pas dégueu. Hein. Je vais la garder. Après, je sais que une main scale moins bien pour les minions, mais là, il y a l'air d'avoir une différence énorme avec ma main enemy. Donc. Je stream sur Kick, Twitch et YouTube. Je suis un ouf. J'ai 3 viewers en tout.
Ouais.
En compte, je vais être riche. Et que ça sera pas courte.
Franchement, ça c'est pas dégueu. Hein.
Quoi
Faut
ouais.
juste que j'ai une vulnérabilité je roll à la place de, je sais pas.
Ouais, le truc, c'est que si, genre, si t'avais vulnérabilité à la place de Float, par exemple,
Ouais, c'est ça.
tu pourrais roll. Non, mais si c'est de base, c'est vulnérabilité par le slow, je sais pas si tu stack la strength ou pas, toi.
Pas trop, non, je m'en fous un peu. All
Ah
stat,
ouais.
c'est bien aussi. C'est bien pour mes paragons et tout.
Ouais, mais tu peux avoir un truc comme ça, quoi. Tu peux avoir les deux, quoi. Putain, ça m'énerve quand je peux pas ligne des items. Voilà pourquoi. Des fois, je peux pas ligne des items. Je vais vendre mon truc. Genre, moi, tu vois, par exemple, ma demain, là, la 75 all stat et 171 d'intellect. Ça fait 200,
Ouais.
là. Et après, j'ai damage overtime et vulnerable damage. Mais du coup, là, j'ai 1006 d'intellect sur mon perso. Qui est relativement énorme, quand même. Parce que toi, j'imagine que la strength, ça scale tes damage, quand même, non?
Ouais, les damages, mais c'est pas vraiment
Puis ça doit
pas
augmenter
une stat prio quoi.
ton armure aussi, non?
Ouais.
Aussi, les mecs, ils disent que c'est impossible de respect au level. C'est genre, j'ai calculé, moi, ça me coûterait 8 millions pour les Paragon Points et 7 millions pour le... non, pour, beaucoup moins pour l'arbre de talent, avec 4 millions. C'est genre, en tout, ça fait 12 millions, quoi. Et genre là, j'ai 24 millions, tu vois. 22 millions. Genre, c'est largement atteignable, quoi. C'est genre, si tu... Parce que quand tu upgrades plus ton stuff, t'as plus de gold sing, en fait. Donc, c'est ça le truc. Donc peut-être je pourrais faire ça, tiens, sur mon écran. Farmer les items pour tester l'aspect Bloodlands.
Putain, j'arrive pas à avoir le vulnérabilité, là je suis à moins 4 millions. Ça me saoule.
Parce que c'est un core skill, non, ça?
Vas-y là, mais c'est pas possible.
Ce serait assez ouf, ça, pour Bloodlands.
J'ai 6 millions sur ce putain, j'ai pas eu de vulnérabilité quoi. Je sais même pas s'il fait partie du pool d'Afix quoi, c'est ça qui est pourri.
Ouais, c'est parti du pool d'Afix. Ah ouais.
Bah,
Essaye de roll quoi, dis-moi, je les commence à bien les
bah
connaître, moi. Quoi,
vulnérabilité
sur quoi? Sur
sur
la...
la strength.
Ah, mais sur quel type d'arme? Sur l'arme?
Ouais, sur une deux mains.
Sur une demande, tu peux toujours roll vulnerability damage, genre.
Peu importe la stat que tu choisis à reroll.
Ça, je sais pas, par contre, tu vois. Y a pas des simulateurs ou quoi sur Reddit?
Mais là, vas-y, j'ai niqué 10 millions, là, j'arrête.
Ouais.
Ça me saoule. Elle est 807 de base et avec un vulnérabilité, elle aurait été ouf. Bon.
Faut que je regarde si j'ai des items pour le build Bonne Spear. Je crois que j'ai tous les uniques déjà. C'est pas mal ça. En ancestral en plus.
Vas-y, une dernière fois.
T'as claqué combien?
12 millions.
En vrai, c'est. Tu les farmes en 2 heures, hein, 12 millions dans le jeu. Facile.
Ouais.
Si tu vends tout.
Mais bon, elle est quand même mieux que la mienne si je l'upgrade en vrai, mais il faut aussi l'imprint que j'ai pas, je crois.
Je sais pas, parce que le vulnerable damage, c'est tellement vénère que c'est ça le truc.
Je sais, mais j'en ai pas sur la mienne, tu vois. C'est
Ah,
pour
si
ça,
t'en as pas. Ah ouais, si t'en as pas, ouais.
Putain, je suis vénère.
Pourquoi j'ai la Blast
Ah,
ouais.
j'ai un paragon aussi.
J'ai une main 812. 812? C'est énorme ça, non?
Ouais, c'est beaucoup.
Ah, elle est ouf. Même les rolls dessus sont pas dégueux, quoi. Le problème, c'est que c'est rapide. C'est trop rapide pour moi. Même les rolls sont assez dingues.
J'ai plus d'argent.
Ouais, je vais mettre les items de côté pour la build. Tu peux en faire une autre, vite fait?
Ouais, vas-y, une petite. Après, je vais essayer de choper la poule là parce que.
Je peux bouger vite fait après aussi, moi. Euh... T'as pas de fire, toi?
Non.
C'est bon.
Ah putain, j'aurais dû daze mes. Attends, je daze mes trucs là. Euh...
Ils sont en train de dépenser Twitch, là. Je sais pas si t'as vu.
De qui?
Kick.
C'est quoi kick?
Tu sais même pas ce que c'est Kick?
Non.
Euh... C'est un service de streaming financé par un truc de crypto comme Blink. Au lieu d'Amazon, basiquement. Qui est en New Zealand. Et un des co-owners, c'est Trainwreck. Je suis sûr qui c'est. C'est un mec
Non.
qui faisait du gambling sur Twitch, il a été banni et basiquement maintenant il fait Kick. Et là ils ont acheté XQC, tu vois que c'est XQC, le gros streamer mondial.
Qui?
XQC,
Non. C'est quoi ces streamers?
c'est le plus gros streamer de Twitch.
Ils streament quoi?
Minecraft, réaction vidéo, ce genre de conneries.
Ah,
Et bref,
je connais pas.
il a été racheté par Kick, là 100 millions de dollars.
Ah, j'avais vu un article, je crois, là-dessus.
Et du coup, c'est le plus gros contrat de streaming. Ils ont racheté Amurant aussi.
Ah
Ils
ouais?
ont, ouais, ils ont racheté Docteur Disrespect.
Ah ouais.
Un des
Mais
gros.
ça, ils avaient essayé de faire ça à l'époque de Ninja, machin, et ça avait fail, quoi.
Ouais, mais
Moi, je pense pas que Twitch, ça va se faire se détrôner d'ici peu.
la différence, c'est que déjà, ils ont tellement de moyens, Kick. Ils ont fait 3 milliards de bénéfices l'an dernier. Un truc de crypto.
Ouais.
Ce qui est énorme, parce qu'ils ont très peu de. Enfin, 3 milliards de revenus, mais le truc, c'est qu'ils sont 25 et ils ont très peu de frais, tu vois ce que je veux dire.
Ouais.
Parce que c'est un site de gambling, genre. Donc il y a ça. Et il y a aussi le fait que, à la différence des mecs, je me rappelle même plus comment s'appelait le truc de Microsoft là, qui avait racheté Ninja. Euh, Kick, ils ont fait un écosystème, il y a plein de petits streamers sur Kick. Ils se concentrent pas
Ouais.
que sur acheter des gros streamers en fait. Et ils
Ouais.
font un truc que personne fait, c'est que le split pour la pub et les pour le split pour les subscriptions, c'est 95-5 sur Kick.
Et
Donc
c'est combien sur Twitch?
30-70.
Ah ouais. Donc c'est
Donc,
plus avantageux pour les streamers, quoi.
même pour les petits. Et là, ce qu'ils vont sortir la kick le mois prochain, c'est qu'ils vont payer les petits streamers à l'heure. Peu importe son nombre de viewers.
Quoi?
Si tu stream, t'es payé.
Sérieux?
Ouais,
Mais non.
je te jure. Alors, t'es plus
C'est-
payé si t'as 10 000 viewers, tu vois, bien sûr.
Ouais, mais c'est
Et-
insane.
Mais t'as un minimum garanti. T'as un
Ah,
minimum
c'est
garanti.
le SMIC du streamer, quoi.
C'est ça.
C'est
C'est-
charmé, n'empêche.
C'est vachement cool. C'est ça que je me suis
Ouais,
dit, je vais essayer de stream 2 heures par jour.
j'avoue.
Et là, je m'y tiens, là. Ça fait une semaine, je stream 2 heures par jour.
Ah
Au max viewers, c'est 5 viewers, tu vois, mais.
Mais moi, le problème, c'est que j'ai pas de connexion, quoi.
Ouais, c'est ça. Ouais. Sinon, pour le truc d'Elon Musk, à 50 € par mois, là.
C'est quoi, ça?
Tu sais, tu te connectes sur son satellite, tu payes 50 € par mois.
Ah ouais, mais c'était vraiment une question. Parce que moi, je paye, si tu t'imaginais pas la thune que je fais en. J'ai mon forfait téléphone, 20 balles. Un forfait 4G box, pareil, 50 balles, je crois, ou 40.
Ouais, non, mais c'est
Et
chiant.
un forfait ADSL, mais la connexion est pourrie. Mais c'est pour la télé et tout, tu vois.
T'as regardé si Free, ils ont pas la fibre optique parce qu'ils mettent la fibre partout.
Non, ils l'ont pas, ils l'ont pas.
Ouais.
Ils l'ont pas.
Parce que ma
C'est
mère, là,
insupportable. Et tous mes voisins l'ont. Et moi, je l'ai pas.
perdue en Lozère, là, ma mère, elle vient de se faire un truc. Il y a 6 habitants là où ils sont. Putain, on la clear trop vite.
Ouais, c'est clair, il est rapide sinon.
Il est bien.
Il
Hein.
meurt pas, lui.
Il doit être bien pour farm. Comment on dit? Et j'aime ce donjon.
Ouais.
Pas terrible pour les items, quoi, mais. Mais ouais, donc Kik, ils vont être payés à l'heure, quoi, pour streamer. En plus de tes subs et tout, quoi. Tu vois.
Et c'est combien?
Bah, ils ont pas annoncé encore, mais ils veulent que ça respecte les lois du travail aux US. Et je crois que le truc de travail aux US, c'est 7 € de l'heure. 7 $.
Putain, c'est ouf, n'empêche.
Si t'as au moins un viewer, faut que t'aies au moins un viewer,
Ouais.
bien sûr.
Mais bon, si tu.
Mais moi, là, tu vois, par exemple, là, j'ai 2 viewers sur Twitch, 2 sur Kik et 1 sur YouTube. Donc je pourrais qualifier, quoi.
Genre, tu no life 10 heures par jour, tu te fais 70 balles, quoi.
Après, faut le faire
Franchement,
streamer
c'est.
10 heures par jour tous les jours, franchement.
Oui, non, c'est clair, mais je veux dire.
Mais
Enfin,
c'est ça, c'est.
c'est mieux que. Enfin, moi, je préfère ça que d'être caissière à Monoprix, hein.
Ah, mais grave. Et Kik aussi, leur split, c'est vachement avantageux pour les small streamers, quoi. Parce que 30-70, quand t'as 60 000 subscribers comme Asanabi ou des trucs comme ça, t'en bats les couilles, quoi. De 30-70, si tu fais des millions par mois, de toute façon, en subscription.
Oui,
quoi.
bah oui.
Mais si t'as 100 subs, c'est énorme la différence. Même si
Putain, le
t'as
Pirol.
t'as 10 subs, c'est énorme la différence. Parce que pour 10 subs, tu ferais 45 € par mois sur Kik. Et tu ferais combien? Tu ferais. Enfin, tu ferais 30 sur Twitch, quoi. Donc ouais, c'est énorme. Donc ouais, la différence avec le truc Microsoft là, qui avait racheté Ninja et tout, c'est que déjà Kik, ils se concentrent pas sur un seul gros YouTuber, là, ils sont en train ils vont en racheter un quasiment, ils en rachètent un par semaine. Et ensuite, ils sont en train de build tout un écosystème pour les petits streamers, quoi. Parce qu'ils ont capté que les petits streamers, c'est ce qui fait les gros, en fait, tout simplement.
Hmm.
Et que voilà, quand un mec comme, je sais pas, n'importe qui, Dr Disrespect, il arrête de streamer, ces viewers-là, il faut qu'ils aillent quelque part, tu vois. Sur le site, il faut pas qu'ils ferment Kik, quoi.
Ouais. Bon, j'ai plus que 500k. J'ai reroll mon arme. Bon, j'ai eu du crit damage, j'ai un roll pas trop dégueu, c'est déjà pas mal. Ouais.
J'ai rien à roll. Dès que je vais roll un truc, ça va. Youhou.
Tu vois, ce qu'il me faudrait, elle est bis en termes de. Pourquoi je peux pas te link cette merde?
Des fois, quand t'as des sockets ou t'as enchanté un item, tu peux pas le link.
C'est débile.
Ça bug, ouais. Moi, c'est ça qu'il me faudrait, ça c'est le best in slot, mais il me le faudrait en. Je sais pas, avec
En gros,
n'importe
j'ai écrit.
quel rôle qui est meilleur que le rôle que j'ai, quoi.
Ouais. Ouais. Et j'ai vulnérable damage, genre top roll, crit damage to close enemy et all stat. Franchement,
Ouais.
c'est parfait, quoi. Mais le problème, c'est qu'il est que 780. Mais bon, c'est ma offhand, donc je m'en branle un peu. Mais
C'est quoi toi? Mais tu m'as pas link du coup.
bah, j'arrive pas.
Ouais. Mais ouais, je m'étais dit peut-être reroll barbe et tout, mais j'arrive pas à le skin, c'est pas possible.
Moi, je peux faire un druide, mais...
J'ai du mal avec. J'ai vu un build druide, il y a un mec qui a fait un build Flicker Strike druide. Je sais pas si t'as vu sur Reddit. C'est genre on dirait qu'il joue Flicker Strike dans PoE et il one-shot tout le mec.
Ouais.
Il stream des
Ouais,
Nightmare
justement,
Dungeon et il appuie sur un
c'est mon
bouton.
build préféré, Flicker Strike.
Je sais, c'est
Mais à
pour ça que
chaque
je te le
week.
dis. Et le mec il se téléporte de mode en mode genre. Et il OS tout. Attends, je te le link parce que tu vas kiffer. Tu vas reroll druide immédiatement.
J'ai vu déjà un build, franchement, le build Slap là, il a l'air fun. Le
Ouais.
build Tornade, il a l'air fun. Franchement, il y a 2-3
Tornade, ça a
stratégies
l'air
qui ont l'air.
complètement broken. T'as vu le mec qui one-shot le world boss?
Ouais, j'ai vu.
C'est fun. Allô? Allô? Oui. Ouais, je sais. Pas grave. T'as le droit, hein. Du coup, tu m'as appelé pourquoi? Quoi? Ok, bye Thomas. Bisous.
Ciao.
Euh, J'étais en appel avec Thomas en même temps.